This video demonstrates how to choose and use a multiple activities brainstorming model on the Best Idea platform. Go to Enter, Use Model, Multiple Activities Brainstorming. You see your models displayed on the left, while on the right, below the Show the Video Tutorial button, the View All Models button allows you to find the list of models available for everyone. You can use the existing model that is closest to your needs and then modify it by dragging the various component activities around or editing the text content. For this example, choose the R&D New Products model. You see the various fields which include the title and the code, a description of the purpose, the button that allows you to use this model and then modify it as you need. You can see that a multiple activities brainstorming project is organized in chapters, and, within chapters, there are activities. Within the activity box, the first field defines the type of function, in this case, challenge. The next two fields are the activity, title, and then the description. Below that, information on the status of the various sessions is displayed. As we have loaded a model, the information shown is obviously always the same, as no activity has been started yet. Click on Use this model to create a new brainstorming project, which will have a new code, but is otherwise identical to the template model you have chosen. There are the fields for title and description. Select the macro category, the category and subcategory from the drop-downs. If needed, you can find the list of existing categories and suggest a new category. Next, the Select Group drop-down menu allows you to choose one of the groups to which you belong, or you can create a new group through the Enter Group drop-down menu. The group you select will be used by default in all activities, except for the possibility of modifying it for some of them. Here is the first chapter and related description. Within the first activity there is the choice of type, in this case challenge. You can enter the start and end dates for this activity, although they do not need to be set right now, and you can wait to do so until you are ready to launch the request to participate in this specific activity. So for now, I leave them blank. Within each activity you will find the various fields with pre-entered template text, which you can modify. Here you can also upload one or more files to be shared with the participants. You can also include a link to a video on YouTube or another source, for instance to a video you have uploaded to describe the brainstorming project more fully. You can select a different type of answer, eventually replacing Flash, which allows a faster compilation and voting, with a project, if necessary, or a complete business plan. Next, select the group that this activity is directed to. By default, this field is set to the one chosen at the beginning of the setup of the brainstorming project. But the group can be changed for every activity, for instance to get some customers involved in the suggestion process. Note that a distinction has to be made between the group of the participants and the intended recipient or user of the data and results generated by the activity. Most often, the recipient will be a company department such as technical area or operations, and the Best Idea allows you to specify the recipient in the field company area. In fact, it is often better if the group of participants consists of people from various company areas, and not just from the department that will be the recipient of the results. Below that, you will find the Conclusions field, which will be filled by you when the planned period for this activity ends and will then be visible to the group that participated in this activity. One important point is that you can change the order of the activities simply by dragging them to another location. It is easier to do so if you collapse them first by clicking on this triangle. And then drag them where you want. And you can also delete an activity if you change your mind. In this model, you can see that while several chapters contain one or more activities, some other chapters, such as Chapter 5 and Chapter 6, list no activities. This is because the activities are intended to be done outside the platform. Finally, you can save as draft, which you will be able to inspect and edit later if you wish. You can find any saved draft by clicking on My Profile icon. Then, Drafts, and Brainstorming. And finally click on Edit Draft, and you will find the Brainstorming Multiple Activity project in the state in which had saved it, and can then modify it, save it, or publish it. To make it visible to the group that will participate in the first activity, you will have to enter the start and end dates of the activity, and then as the project progresses, the start and end dates of each activity as each prior activity is completed.